This is Tatiana Hollander with ScreenRant. I'm at South by Southwest with the team behind Forge. How are you guys doing this weekend?
Doing good. Enjoying South by.
I love that. Jing, my first question is for you, of course. This is your feature film debut. What made you want to leap into features and why with this project?
I had made a couple shorts and features obviously was always my goal. And Forge is a genre film, right? It's a crime movie. And I really wanted to make that jump into crime specifically because I consider myself a genre director. So Forge was a natural progression for me.
And this feels very unique for a genre film. I would not have expected art forgery at first when I saw the word forge. Was not the first thing that came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Can you each tell me what you thought when you first heard about the project and why you wanted to be involved? Kelly, if you want to start.
Oh, called out. I mean, the script was amazing initially, like on a first read, and then now having the experience of actually working with Jing and just being able to collaborate, this was a dream. So I'm just, happy to be here.
Yeah, same. It was when I received the script, I remember my agent saying, like, pay attention to this one because it's a good one, and they weren't wrong. So it was such a fun script, and my character was so fun, and also location, Miami. I was able to bring my grandmother with me. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, the first time that I saw the project, it was an open casting call that I think someone like forwarded to me from Damien Bao Casting. It was on Damien's Instagram, and I saw the sides and the material for it. I was like, the premise for this is really unique, super interesting story, and I read the sides on it, and I was like, this is really well written. And when I saw Forge, I was like, I don't know if it was forging like swords, maybe. And then I was pleasantly surprised art forgery was like also very cool.
I too thought we were forging swords at first.
Yeah.
But I sent in a tape, and then my agent sent it to me, and they're like, hey, you should submit for this. And I was like, I already did. I was so stoked to submit for it.
I already did.
So also very glad to be here.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, and I share all the feelings of my castmates. And I remember first reading it, and what really struck me was that first scene. And I don't think this is a spoiler, really, but that first scene with you and Andy, Coco, and Raymond, when Coco's introducing us to their scheme, and I just thought it was such an exciting like hook at the beginning of the movie, and I was immediately in.
Yeah, I love that. Speaking of the characters, Kelly, I've been seeing you in such a range of characters lately. I'm very excited for it. But Emily feels like a new and unique character for you. What was your way into her?
Yeah. Jing and I had a lot of conversations about wanting Emily to feel like a real person and a real woman working in the FBI. I think we both had watched a bunch of videos and done a lot of research about other women who had worked in the FBI, sort of talking about how FBI agents are always glamorized and made to be very sexy. And Emily was very much not that. She was sort of disheveled and lonely, and her clothes are too big. And it was really cool to just bring this character to life with the help of Jing. Yeah.
Brandon, yours and Andy's relationship is kind of the heart of the story. Can you guys talk about like clicking into that bond?
Yeah. I think the bond was pretty natural as soon as we met each other for our callback, during the callback. We were in the waiting room together, and immediately it was just like, this person feels very cozy, super friendly. And when we were reading together, I was like, this dynamic feels correct. Yeah, she really felt like a sister, like on and off set. She just made the whole experience just really fun. She felt just like my Korean sister. Yeah.
And speaking of a family, you mentioned bringing your grandmother to Miami, one of the first things that stands out is the location. What was each of your favorite things about Miami, aside from having your grandmother?
I can start because Miami's home, and it was great to be home and to shoot my first feature near my family in a place I had grown up, and that was really special. I'll always remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I love Miami and I love visiting there, but I don't have any roots there. But I have to say, and I think I speak on behalf of all of us when I say it was very special making this movie because of Jing's relationship and several other people's relationship on the movie to the city. And I think you see that when you watch the movie. I mean, we shot in real places and locations and with even people who are local that I don't think any old movie just sort of shooting in Miami would have access to. One place in particular that comes to mind is the club that we shot in, and it's a real club that's very popular, and I think we were able to capture something very authentic there. And that's very much based in Jing's relationship to the place.
Yeah, shooting there was a lot of fun. It was my first time in Miami, and the city was super lively. I felt like the city was like a perpetual party everywhere that I went. Like all the restaurants that I was in, there was like a DJ in the back. That's right. It was like very vibrant and one of like the healthiest cities that I've been in. And everyone was just really fit looking, drinking green juices. So I was able to like eat really well, and I found a nice little gym to exercise at. It felt like super healthy. A really fun city.
I'm just gonna say it has a lot of Argentinian restaurants, and I'm Argentinian, so it feels a little bit like home.
I love that. And I love Argentinian restaurants.
Yes.
Jing, I read you said like Asians deserve to be bad people, or they deserve to be imperfect, and that's kind of like what partially the inspiration for this. And I think that that's a really powerful statement too, to get to flesh out the world of your culture in such a way. What was like the biggest lesson, or maybe the moment that made you proudest while filming this in that regard?
Well, I'm really proud of the movie, and I'm proud of what we did. Obviously, we are an indie project, and you're always finding your budget, you're always finding time. But one thing I discovered was you're going to be carried through by your collaborators, especially on your first feature. And I think I just had a wonderful group of collaborators to work with, actors, crew, and I'm really, really happy that we made this movie together.
And Kelly, you've gotten to expand Asian representation in various ways just this year. We just saw Wedding Banquet at Sundance, which was incredible. And you're welcome. So how does it feel for you, or how important is it for you to be like taking that step forward in this industry, kind of like speaking first more than yourself?
So important, and also a lot of pressure. But yeah, I think I've always wanted a world where any type of person could be any type of character. And I think for a long time, I don't think that was available to Asian people. And so it's really exciting to be sort of part of this wave of change. And that is, again, credit to all of the amazing writers and filmmakers that we have like sort of coming up. It's really exciting.
Absolutely. Speaking of waves of change, Star Wars will be changing into a Daisy Ridley.
So excited for her.
Yes. Should Rose Tico have the door open, which she should, what would you like to explore about her?
Oh my God. I have no idea. What would you like to explore?
Well, I mean, I think we should go back to that time when we thought that anyone could have the Force, and then maybe Rose could have it.
I love that.
Thank you.
Straight to Lucasfilm. Just send it straight to them.
I will send it immediately. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful South by, and
you.
congratulations on this incredible film.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.